All right, so over the last 12 months, I've taken way over 1,200, 1,300 more maybe sales calls. I still take 10 to 12 calls every single day. And the reason I'm saying that is because recently I've just learned something that's helped me close way more deals. And it's something that I should have realized way earlier, but I've never seen it talked about. So in this video, I'm simply going to give an example. I'm probably going to throw up a call on screen towards the end where I actually use this. But let's get straight into it. And it's simply that you can close more deals by caring more about the prospect and showing that you care, right? And before you click off, there's actually method to this, right? It's not just caring more and, some sales BS. Genuinely showing that you care and not just begging for the sale and the close and just going through the script like a robot, showing that you actually care and that you actually want to make sure they're making the right decision. And let me explain what I mean. So, for example, if somebody is on the fence, if somebody has given an objection about money, but you're kind of fighting through the objection. For example, I'll give you an example of this call, and maybe I'll throw it on the screen. Somebody I was on a call with a couple of days back, it's prompted me to make this video. She just got the money together she wanted to invest in herself, and we went through the whole call, and again, I can show some examples on the screen here, or just put into this video. We went through the whole call, and we figured out that this was the right thing to get her the results she wanted, but she was still a little bit hesitant about, obviously committing all this money that she didn't really have. Like, she didn't have too much money. She obviously got the money together to invest in herself to try and make some more money. And we, the offer that we sell, we can help her do that. And I was super convicted. I knew we could help her, but it was mainly, getting her across the line. So instead of just being like, right, okay, so this is the thing for you, right? Let's get you signed up. I said, hey, look, whatever your name, Jane, let's say Jane. You just told me all of this in the discovery, she just told me all this in discovery. Hey, you just told me earlier on, like, you're struggling financially, you got XYZ problems going on, you got this, and this. And like, obviously we want to help you out and make sure you get results, but this isn't just about us making another sale or getting another member inside of our program. Like, I want to make sure that this is the right thing for you and that you're in the right place to actually invest in something like this. Like, is this actually a good time for you?
I just want to backtrack a little bit because, obviously you seem very keen. You seem like you're the serious person who's going to take action on this and really implement it. And you're going to be surrounded by great people who can help you
Yeah,
take the steps. But like, this is something that you're able to do without putting yourself in a bad situation, right? I don't want you making this decision
yeah,
to.
no, I'm gonna bloody do it. I put that money aside. I raised some additional capital.
And by giving that kind of real, raw, almost like indifferent, like, why would a salesperson ever say that? Why would a salesperson who wants the commission, who wants the deal, a business who wants the sale, who wants the customer, ever say, hey, let's just hold up a minute, let's just pause. Are you actually in a good place to do this right now? Like, you just told me all of this. Like, and obviously they are, because they're on the call, they're looking for help. But just by asking that question without just getting them into like, hey, let's get you started, we can get you results. Every other call she's ever been on probably did that. And maybe towards the end of the call, she pulled out or needed to think about it or gave an objection. But because I was like, hey, look, let's separate aside, like this program aside, our business aside, this call aside, are you actually in a good place to do this right now? Like, you just told me all of these problems. Is now really a good time? Boom. And maybe she says no, right? But then we go into it and we handle it. Well, and obviously I'm not going to get into a whole call about how to handle that kind of objection, but it's like, okay, well, it's been a problem like this for 2 years. So would you say it's a good time? Would you not say it's a good time? When will it be the right time, right? There's loads of ways that we can get around that, but I don't want to go into it in this call, but this video. But the main thing I wanted to touch on is just, in discovery, when they're giving you pain points and you're digging pain to kind of use so you can figure out how to close them, just show that you care. Dig deep. Don't just go from one question to the next question to the next question. Like, hey, where are you currently at? Where do you want to go? What have you tried before? Why didn't that work? For example, I'll give you another example. I had a call. When I go through that, those W's, and I've made a video on the W's qualifying questions. You can check it out on the channel. But it's like, hey, what have you tried before? Oh, I've bought so many programs. I've done this. Okay. Why didn't those work? This. And they tell you all the reasons why it didn't work. And then I remember asking the question, and maybe if I can find the call, I'll throw it up. Maybe I won't, maybe I will, we'll see. But this one was like over a week ago, I believe. And I was like, look, Jane, whatever, not the same name, I will do something else. John, Jane and John, brilliant. John, you've just told me, you told me earlier on in the call that you've invested into this Amazon FBA course, this dropshipping course, this SMMA course. I just wanted to ask you this before we go any further in this call. Like, what would you need from us to make sure that this doesn't end up like all the other ones, right? I don't want to just, get you in here and for you to kind of go through it, but not take any action, not get any results. And for it to end up on another call with Miles 2, 6 months down the line, looking to invest in another program. What would you want from us in this, if we were to lock arms today on this, to make sure that, we get a different outcome this time? Whoa. The sales guy gives a shit, right? No one's ever said that before. So, yeah, okay, I'm being a bit dramatic there, but you know what I mean? That's the caring about the prospect, digging a little bit deeper, not being scared that they're going to be like, yeah, you're right, this is a bad idea. Not being scared to be like, yeah, you're right, this is going to be like all the other programs I've bought before. But just framing it and asking them, hey, how can we make sure this isn't like that? How can, is this a really good time for you? If they say it's not a good time for you, handle it. Like, it's always a good time because they're on the call looking for help and they have a problem, right? But, yeah, long story short, I wanted to keep this super quick video, but you can close more deals just by caring and giving more of a shit about your prospects.